Hi Paula, my name is Roseanne Drago. I live in San Pedro, California. I'm a jazz vocalist and a waitress out here, and I have a wonderful side dish. It's my Philly cream cheese saucy pasta dish. But before I do that, I wrote a little jingle and I'd like to sing it for you. They say that happiness is just a thing called Philly. It makes me smile every time I think of cream cheese. It's got a way that makes the angels heave a sigh when I use Philly cream cheese by and by. Sometimes my house is gloomy and my table's bare. Then I use Philly cream cheese and it's Christmas everywhere. My troubles fly away and life is easy go. Does it love me good? That's all I need to know. They say that happiness is just Philly cream cheese, don't you know? Thank you, Paula. Now, to my dish. My water is already boiling here, and I am using a short pasta, penny rigata. Rigata means the penny pasta with the lines. And I like to use the pasta with the lines because it tends to grab at the sauce. In the meantime, I'm going to put my other pan on here, which I'm going to make my tomato sauce with. I'm going to use about 12 ounces of pasta for this dish. Feeds 4 to 6 people. And this should take about 12 to 13 minutes. Okay. And while that's cooking, I have my pan here. Turned it on to get a little bit hot. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of EVOO in the pan. And let that warm up. And I'm going to open up my 14-ounce can of diced tomatoes. I buy the ones with the garlic, oregano, and basil. I like that extra flavor in it. And my oil is getting hot. And I chopped up 2 to 3 cloves of fresh garlic. And I'm going to put that in there. You just want to infuse it, cook it for about a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little crushed pepper for a little heat. Now this is an option. It's up to you. If you don't have to do that, but we like things a little spicy around here. So here we go. It's cooking up real nice. And my pasta is cooking here real nice. One thing I'll never do, well, 2 things I'll never do, is buy a jarred sauce because it's so easy to make your own. Look at the garlic is now perfect. It's not too dark. And be careful because it might splash when you add the tomatoes. And it smells phenomenal. Stir it up here. This is just a fresh marinara sauce. So I said there's 2 things I'd never do. One is buy a jarred sauce and the other is put sugar in my sauce. I'm a full-blooded Sicilian and we grew up not putting sugar in the sauce. So now I'm going to add to the sauce half a teaspoon of dried basil, half a teaspoon of salt, approximately a half a teaspoon of black pepper. Okay, I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to simmer this sauce. It's going to cook its way down a little bit for about 15 to 20 minutes. And I have to give it a taste to make sure that the seasoned pretty good. Oh wow, delicious. Okay Paula, so my sauce is reducing and my pasta is cooking and I'll be back in about 12 minutes. Hey Paula, I'm back. My pasta is done. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to strain it. And I'm going to pour it back in the same pan. There we go. In the meantime, the sauce is really still cooking. Still going to keep it cooking. It's already reduced. Now we're going to make, while it's hot, now we're going to make a delicious Parmesan Philly cream cheese sauce. What I'm using using is cream cheese spread. And I'm using almost the whole container, around 6 ounces of it. 2 tablespoons of butter. And we will mix that all up. And I'm going to sprinkle in. First I'm going to put in a half a cup to 3/4 a cup of whole milk. So this is about half a cup. I'm going to leave that a little bit there. And it is very creamy. It's all melting. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons, 2 heaping tablespoons, Kraft Parmesan cheese. Who doesn't like cheese, huh? And mix that up in there. And I'm going to add a little white pepper. And a pinch of salt. A little pinch of salt. It's all very creamy. I think I'll just add the rest of that milk. Now I'm going to taste it. Wow, it is so delicious. You are going to love it. And in the meantime, I bought a can of 14 ounces of artichoke hearts in water, strained them, cut them in half, put a half a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil and a little bit of black pepper. So I'm going to take half of the artichokes, hearts, and put it in the pasta. And mix it around. And we are almost done. I have this platter here. And I am going to pour the pasta into the dish. Already. Turn off my sauce. The sauce is done. What I'm going to do is we're going to put it in the center. This is more of a layering type dish. So the chunky tomato sauce is right in the center of our creamy Philly cream cheese Parmesan pasta. Okay, looks great already. Then we will take our artichoke hearts and arrange them. So you have different flavors here. You have the creamy white sauce and then the chunky tomato sauce, and you can eat them together. It's delicious. There we go. Now for our last garnish, take some fresh basil leaves, 4 or 5 basil leaves, and put them together and you roll them up like a cigar, and you make confetti strips with the basil, and of course it adds not only great color and beauty to the dish, but phenomenal flavor to the dish. So, here we are, Paula. I'm going to take one more taste. Look at that. Rock star. People are going to think that you're a chef. I'm going to taste a little bit chunky with it. Wow. It is so delicious. And it goes with everything. Anything you want. Chicken, fish, sausages. Well, I'm just very fortunate that I have 2 great passions in my life. My music, my food, and, well, another great passion. I raised twin daughters. And one of them lives in California, one's in Columbus, Ohio. And the one who lives in California is coming over for dinner. And my friend Mary Tess and Ted upstairs are grilling some chicken. So this is my side dish. I would love to cook it for you sometime, Paula. Bye.